Words can't describe the emotional feelings that I felt, but broken would be an accurate description, and that's exactly how I felt. Broken, not just emotionally, but physically. I stopped taking care of myself. Financially, I was broke. And spiritually, I didn't know what to believe about people anymore, about the world anymore. And all those dreams I had about being a neuroscientist and making a big difference and helping people get more in control of themselves, all of that was ripped away from me. And I didn't know what to do anymore. I dropped out of school. I couldn't focus in lectures and textbooks when I experienced something so deeply and intensely emotional. It seemed like a joke. And I bounced around from job to job. And that went on for a while until I hit bottom. I didn't feel like I could go any lower. And I needed to do something. And after bouncing around, trying different things, most of which were unsuccessful, not leading to any happiness at all, by pure serendipity, I found myself in the fitness business when I was 22 years old. And what I say is that fitness saved my life, and what I tell people is that health and fitness form the foundation for success in your life. And for me, it was a lot more than just building muscles and bulging biceps and abs. That stuff's great. But it was about taking responsibility. It was about claiming power over myself, over how I felt. And one of the most important lessons I learned was that I could be feeling terrible, that I could go hit a workout, and I felt better. And you know what? Nothing externally changed. It was all internal. It was a powerful lesson. And that's how I started to learn the power of physiology, the power that our bodies have over us, because we are living in biological machines. And there's certain rules that this machine follows if you want it to work the best. And the first one is master your health, and I already talked about that, how you can be feeling down, then hit a workout, and you feel better. Nothing else has changed. That's a way to master your physiology. So is meditation. Someone asked about that in someone else's presentation. An amazing technology for creating a different version of yourself that is more in control, more focused on what you want to do in your life. And I'll tell you, some people feel bad for me when they hear my story. Man, that's a lot of tragedy. I feel so bad for you. Don't. Because there are people without that story who are depressed, who are not living the life that they really want to live. They don't have any major tragedy. They don't have any big story. But yet they feel so bad. And what I want to tell you is the first step to overcoming anything is taking care of your health. Because when you learn to master your health, you'll learn to master yourself. It's critical. And some people don't know where to start with this whole journey. I see some of you are in shape. You're on this path of mastery through physical culture, and that's awesome. Some of you, I'm not so sure about. And some of you watching it online. I know it can be confusing, especially as Drew mentioned in his talk, with all the confusing people saying one thing versus another, but what I want to tell you to do is to focus on the basics. Do you drink water when you wake up in the morning? Do you drink water with every meal that you have? Do you lift weights, whether you do high-intensity training, which I don't personally do. I like gymnastics strength training because it's a bit different, and I'll talk about that later a little bit. Do you do some type of strength training? Are you an active person, or do you go hit the gym and sit on your butt and play video games and watch TV and YouTube and Facebook? Or are you out there being more active? Do you sleep well? Do you sleep long enough? Those are all the basics that you start with. The next thing is master your mindset.